What's up, party people? This is Neena Perez, and this is Straight Talk, no sugar added. And it's another amazing Monday here on Winject TV, and it's presented by Winject Studios. And I am super excited to be here with you today because I'm alive. And when you can wake up and say that you're alive, that's a good thing, right? So, hi, Gabe. Hi, Russ. Good morning. Oh, good morning for me anyway. I'm in the Eastern Standard Time, so I don't know where you guys are, but that's where I'm hanging out. So, I really, really love that you guys come on here and that you are spending Mondays with me at 11 a.m. And I wanted to really invite you to come into my community because I'm trying to really expand and grow it and communicate with my people, my peeps, my tribe, right? So come on there to winject.com/register. Make sure that you look for Neena Perez, and that way I can connect with you guys on a much deeper level and be there with you. So I want to make sure that we are communicating with one another and really impacting each other's lives, because that's what Straight Talk is about. It's just about real talk and how we can communicate with each other to make sure that we really build a community of straight talkers, because that's who I am, and I'm not going to apologize for it, right? So please make sure that you go on to my community, winject.com/register. That way we can connect with one another on a much deeper level. There's a lot of things that I will do on winject.com that I'm just not going to do anywhere else, because I want it to be just for my people, right? Just for my community. So make sure you guys get on there, all right? Now, I've been thinking about something because I'm transitioning in my life with a lot of different things, right? So, hi. Oh, it's happy Monday to you too. Happy Monday to you too. I love you guys. You guys are like really active. This is fun. I wanted to talk to you all about success because I love my podcast, right? So I speak to a lot of big thinkers and entrepreneurs and industry leaders and all of that great stuff. And I was like, well, what the freak is success, right? Because there's so many different um so many different answers that I get from so many different people when I ask this question, right? So I had to like kind of look up what is success, right? What does it truly mean? And why is there so many answers to what success is? And it really just depends on the person, right? And what they really think, right? So good morning, everyone. Good morning. So I was thinking about this, and I wanted to dig a little bit deeper than all of the surface stuff that I sometimes get when I give that question, and the answer, maybe, oh, it's success to, have wealth in the bank, and to have different types of things that you invest in, and to have all of this media out there and people liking you. Good morning, beauty goals, and all of that stuff. And wake up and win. That's what I'm talking about. Finally catching a Neena live. Yes, Jay. Thank you. And today we're going to talk about what is success, because I have my own thoughts about what success is, and everybody has their own thing, right? So for me, right, I was born and raised in the projects. I was always in poverty. I lived in shelters. I've been homeless. I've lost my home to a fire. I've really have struggled in my life, right? So I wanted to hit six figures in my life, and it took me a while going to college at my 30s, really struggling to get up there, fighting all the time to survive, fighting all the time to get that six-figure income. We need the six figures, right? We need the six figures. And now I'm here. I have arrived. Arrived where? Arrived to what? Right? I've started my businesses. I have a really great, thriving women's business coaching practice, which is going really well. I am going to be opening up more businesses in the future. And I know I have seen the people in my life, all these CEOs and CFOs and all these leaders in my life, and women who are transitioning their lives, right, from this corporate life into having their own business. And I'm seeing my clients thrive, right? And then I started thinking, but is that success? Right? How can I really help my client? How can I really help me? How can I help my children? How can I help my husband really know what success really, really is? right? Oh, thank you, Lauren. That's so nice. I appreciate that. Oh, that made my day. So I wanted to really talk about that. So I know that in my career, I have climbed from dishwasher to director, right? Everything I do, I start at the bottom and I work my tail off to get to the top and become successful. And I've worked really, really hard, right? And I do a lot of work and strategies and thinking to get the things, right? To be successful, to have the car, to have the house, to have the money, all of that stuff. And I did this and I realized I did it with lacking the moments in time that I needed with my family. I wish I could go back. I wish that I have not lost those opportunities with my kids, because I had, my kids were they're everything to me, and I had to work all the time to make sure they had what they needed. But I realized that I worked so hard because I'm a recovering perfectionist and workaholic, right? And now my kids are adults, and I've missed all of that. I've missed all of it. I'm going to have to spoil the hell out of my grandkids because I've missed all of that time to be successful. Yes, successful, right? And now that I'm here, I'm like, damn, maybe success would have been being with my babies. Maybe success would have been really, taking the time to have those moments that we really, really needed in our life, right? I have a lot of regrets. I have a lot of blessings, but there's a lot of regrets. But I'm successful, right? I reached my 6 figures, so I'm here. I'm successful. And then I was really deeply thinking about this week, right? Listen, I grew up never believing in myself. I just thought that I just had to survive, and I'm always a go-getter, but success was not like something that I thought I would reach. I just would work really hard. And then as I became older, I wanted to be successful and have the things, right? Because I was, impoverished growing up. So I wanted to see what it was to have things. And now I have things, and I have too many freaking things. And now I'm like, I don't even want these things, right? So then you start to reevaluate, right? That bill from regret is a mofo, right? But much rather pay the bill than not tap into the potential. That's so true. And it is a mofo. It is because it's regrets. There's nothing you can do about that. All you can do is settle with it and move on, right? My kids are grown though, and I have to say we have an amazing relationship. I pour into them as much as possible, and now that they're grown, they pour back into me. But I do regret those moments, those times, those tangible moments I could have had that I would have made special because I was too busy trying to be successful, right? So what the hell is this so-called success anyway? What does that mean? What are we thriving for, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, Neena, like let's talk about this success thing. What does it come from? Where is it? What does it mean? Now that you have 6 figures and you're going for 7, what does that mean? Right? And I was, I'm, as you guys know, I'm a person of faith, right? So I was sitting down. I'm like, okay, let me look at what success is in my faith. What success is practically? What is success? All in every area that you can think of to look at. And I was doing like all this research, and I found this very powerful verse, right? And it was King David. And if any of you guys know, King David was one of the biggest kings in history, right? To win a lot of wars and be very successful. And he was about to die. And as he was about to die, he looked at his son Solomon, and he gave him this advice to be successful. He said, I think it was First Kings, he said, keep the charge of the Lord your God, walking in his ways and keeping his statutes, his commandments and his rules and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that you may prosper in all that you do and wherever you turn. And I was like, so it's not about the car. It's not about bashing people. It's not about like, coming up to the 6 figures. It's really about having that connection with your creator in a deeper way and trying your best to follow as many of those commandments or laws or love that the Lord God gives you, right? And so I haven't looked at like commandments and stuff in years. So I didn't even know what they were. I'm so embarrassed to say that, but it's true. Right. And really, it's like, don't have another God in front of me. Um, don't take my name in vain. You shall not, have grave images. So in other words, have things that are gods to you, right? And I think about that as money too, as success, as wealth, because I sometimes made those god. I am not going to lie to you, I sometimes did. I really needed to have that in my life in such a way that nothing else mattered. I needed to be successful, I needed to have money, I needed to, and money is important, but I was putting it above all things, and that's just facts, right? So um some other ones were like, remember the Sabbath, which is a day of pause, right? Making sure that you pause, take care of yourself, stop for a second, right? Honor your father and mother, don't kill anybody, so protect human life, don't commit adultery, try to be faithful to one another, right? Don't steal, don't bear false witness, which I thought that was a big one, right? So this means don't tell a lie about somebody else, don't tell stories that are untrue about people, right? Taking care of yourself is key, Jess. That's a really good one, right? Don't covet. Oh, this was a big one. So that means do not want something that belongs to someone else. Don't be jealous and covet what someone else has. Be you, stay in your own lane, have what you have, right? The truth is that when you think about it, doesn't that make sense? Don't hurt anybody, take care of people, make sure that you honor your father and mother, make sure you're not bashing someone and telling lies about them, make sure that you realize that there is a creator that's bigger than you, and that maybe following somebody who has created all things may be a smart thing to do, right? But there was nothing there that mentioned having the house and the car and the ginormous business and the yacht and everything else, right? And do you know that Solomon took the advice of his father, the king, because Solomon then became king. And what did he ask for? He asked for wisdom. He asked for wisdom and discernment. He didn't ask for money. He didn't ask for riches. He didn't ask for the yacht. He didn't ask for any of that. He asked for wisdom and discernment. How would it benefit us to ask for wisdom and discernment, to have wisdom? I think that is success. Having that wisdom to know the right and wrong, having the wisdom to know what you should and shouldn't be doing, how you should and shouldn't behave. I think that is awesome, right? Hi, Kendra. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you know what? I want to impose that on you. I want to, put that in your ear. Maybe success is wisdom and discernment and how you treat others, right? So I remember as I kept reading, because of course now I'm excited, right? Because I'm trying to find out what success really is. And Jesus comes on the scene and he says, just love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And then love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? There's no greater commandment than these. See, I say that it's not about things and it's not about destroying others, especially on the way to the top, right? On the way to being successful, right? I think that it is about what you do to love God, but also love someone else. How are you taking care of someone else? It seems to me that true success comes by your connection to your creator, how you're treating others, how you forgive others, and how you impact the lives of someone else. That to me seems like that's truly success, right? I think that truly successful people know the importance of treating someone kindly, of treating someone well, of having forgiveness towards others, right? I think a successful person knows that this is something that they should be doing, that there's something that is going to really benefit them moving forward in their life and what they want to create, right? You need to learn not just to forgive others, you need to learn to forgive yourself. I think that success will come when you learn to forgive yourself for all your mess ups and when you learn to forgive other people for coming at you, right? That I think will be one of the keys to giving you success in your life. I know this is probably not a practical way of me talking about success, but this is just the way that I see it, right? So rather than hold on to any grudges that allows you to offend people, right? And allows you to like destroy people on the way up, how about treating people kindly? How about forgiving people for their dumb things that they do? How about forgiving yourself for the dumb things that you do, right? And affect people's lives in a way that you can bring some sort of wisdom, joy, connection, all of those things into people's lives, right? And choose to move forward in that. I think that that's a trait of being successful, right? So this trait makes you, I think this trait will make me successful. I think this trait will make you successful. In my life, throughout my careers, I have always treated people kindly. I don't care about lifting people up, even if it's above me, because I don't think there is an above, right? I think that everyone has struggles and everyone goes through stuff and everyone tries to find out what success is, right? So I know that for me, when somebody has an idea or something they're trying to cultivate, something they're trying to put together, I do not hold back what I'm thinking and feeling and wanting to make sure that they don't go too far. That's just not how I roll. I make sure that everyone has an opportunity to reach whatever that thing is that they are trying to reach without sacrificing their family, without sacrificing love, without sacrificing peace, right? Because I sacrificed a lot of the time I could have had with my boys and my family so that I can be successful, get to the six figures, right? And I got to the six figures and now my boys are grown and I'm like, damn, missed it, right? But a truly successful life is one that's going to allow you to experience those things that you consider the most important things in your life. That is a successful life, right? Avoid allowing all of the crap out there, politics and media and society, to determine what your definition of success is. I want you to be creative. Find out what that means to you. What is success to you? And don't allow everybody else's BS of what success is to determine what makes you happy, what's most important to you. I used to let that happen to me because I didn't know what success was, right? And so to me, it was like, okay, not poor, don't want to be poor, homeless, don't want to be homeless, right? And to me, those were success things without really realizing that I still had a family I needed to care for, right? What's that, Chris? The key is transforming from what to think to how to think. It's exactly right. And that's the thing. In the beginning, I think you're going to think like, I think you're going to think, I think you're going to think like other people because you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. But at some point, you got to be a big boy, big girl, put your big undies on and figure it out. Find out what truly is considered important to you. Decide what's most important to you, and then you create that life that supports those things. Family is important to me. Oh, man. So I'm going to create a life that is going to let me spend time with my family because it's important to me, right? Because I've lost a lot of years. And so I don't want to lose the rest of them, right? So pursuing society's definition of success is going to have you think, you're going to be confused. You're going to be resentful. You're going to be disenchanted. You're going to be angry because it's not really who you are. It's not innate to you. So be brave. Be brave enough to find your own freaking path to what you think success is. Consider at the end of the day, consider this is your last day. Consider this is your last day, because it could be. Me and you are not promised tomorrow. So consider that this is your last day. Okay? Let's say that this is it. Somebody told you that you only have a little bit of time left. What would you like to look back on? What would you like to think about? What would you like to focus on? Think about the kind of life that you have to live up until this point, right? Are you feeling good about that? Your time is limited. Make the most of it, right? I don't think that you will be on your deathbed. I know I won't, thinking about that big business opportunity that I missed. I'm not going to be thinking about that. I'm not. I'm going to be thinking about my family. I'm going to be thinking about love. I want to know who's surrounding me, right? And the people that surround me, I wanted them to surround me with love and kindness and admiration, and to think that I have impacted their lives. That's what I want people to leave me with, right? From there, you take a step from being an interested person to an obsessed person. You can't be both. Interested people watch obsessed people change the world, right? But it's that obsession with what? I think it should be obsessed with kindness, with love, with admiration, with impact, with compassion, with empathy, with sympathy, with energy. All of that is super important, with faith, all of that, right? So why did I take this approach to this topic? Because I realized that I've accumulated a lot of stuff in my life through a lot of hard work, through a lot of education, through a lot of like acknowledgement and stuff like that. Exactly. You choose the obsession. Exactly. And then I realize that I want to really, if this was my last day, I want to know that the people that are surrounding me freaking love me and have really experienced me impacting their life in a really great way. That to me is success. That is success. Success is knowing that you have this immense connection with your creator and this great impact and love and connection with others, right? So thank you truth bomb on a Monday. That's how I try to keep it real, straight talk, right? So I want you to think about that the next time you're thinking about that next big gig, that next big thing, that thing that's going to make you successful. I want you to really think about what that means. What does that really, really mean? And is it aligned with who you are and your values? Make sure that you are aligned with who you are and your values. That is going to really drive you to where it is you need to go. Ask for wisdom, ask for discernment, ask to support other people. Don't get confused by all of this stuff out there. There's a lot. There's too much, actually. And we're being like copycats, right? Like we're just seeing what the next person is doing and we're going to do that too, and seeing what the next person is doing and we're going to copy that. And we are losing ourselves in the process. And we think that because their success looks like this, our success needs to look like that, yet we are miserable. No, that is not success. Success is you being completely fulfilled in who you are, following your purpose, knowing what that means, and having those innate values that will not be moved. So put that line in the sand, have a relationship with your creator, and then go ahead and pursue your dreams, pursue your happiness, and pursue what it is that is important to you. And that, to me, my friends, is the definition of success for me. Thank you guys so much for being here and being so active. I freaking love you. Don't forget to go onto winject.com/register and get on there and find me, Neena Perez, so that we can connect with one another on a more deeper level. I am so grateful to you. Thank you for everything. Until next time.
This broadcast is brought to you by Winject Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.